I want you to understand that your career tools that you're going to be using, especially after taking such a large career break, as 5 years or more as an ex-trad wife or a caregiver that's been taking care of a family member for some years and need to get back in the job market. Definitely want to help you get your career tools, such as your resume and your cover letter. We're going to touch on cover letters together tonight. Okay, go ahead, stay tuned. Hey there, awesome folks. This is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally. I want you to understand that things you're not going to stay in this, but you didn't stay in that position for very long. You've recently been unpartnered, or the family member that you've been taking care of as a caregiver all this time has either passed away or you've now been unpartnered and you need to get back out there in the job market. Keep in mind that a gap on your resume and your cover letter should not have excuses on there. What it should have, key word, what it should have is a reasonable explanation as to why there is a gap. Make sure, number one, you own your story, but you don't dwell on it. What you can communicate and things of that nature. I'm going to give you a prime example. You could say something along the lines of, during the past few years, I've dedicated my time to managing the household and caring for my family. Through this experience, I developed strong organizational skills, multitasking skills, transferable skills such as administrative assistant or administrative skills that can be used in this XYZ position. Okay? Keep in mind, those can be used when you're talking about getting back into the workforce and becoming, let's say, an executive assistant or an administrative assistant or even a virtual assistant. It all depends on what sector you want to get back into. So you can, because being a caretaker, you are doing all those things when you were taking care of the family or you were taking care of that family member. Showing off your transferable skills. You want to say something along the lines of either you can put this on your resume as well, and you would have the time frame in which you were taught you were caretaking. Let's say it's 2 years. Let's say it's 5 years. As my time as a caregiver, or my time as a homemaker, or my time as a ex trad wife, or as my time as a trad wife, I have the ability to be able to think on my feet, and this will come in very handy in customer service or service oriented environment. I don't know, something along those lines. At the end of the day, you want to understand number three, to connect the dots for the employer. You can say, while managing the household, I consistently did manage the finances of the home. I I I manage projects around the home for renovations. I manage projects around the home as it pertains to whatever, whatever you want to use in that instance to show that you do have skills. You have project management skills, you have administrative skills, you have financial management skills. You want to use all of those things that you were doing as a caretaker or what you were doing as a ex-trad wife to be able to say, well, okay, connect the dots for the employer so they understand what it is you were doing and what you can do for them. At the end of the day, employers want to know, what can you do for me? What can you do to help me keep my bottom line out of the red and in the black? That's what employers want to know. So you have to communicate your value in that sense. Let's see here. Make sure you're ending with confidence and not an apology. I'm excited, things of that nature, what you want to communicate when you're in an interview, or even if you're communicating on your cover letter. I'm excited to use my Name out at least three relevant skills to the position you're applying for. I'm excited to use the my financial management, my administrative skills, and my project management skills to facilitate your project management needs. I don't know, depending on the position you're applying for, you're going to use that information to be able to communicate to that employer that although I've been out of work for a while, I've been using skills that are going to be relevant to the position that I'm applying for. I'm using the skills to be able to help you solve your issue or your need for this particular position. So do not feel like, oh, because I have not been working for a while, that does not mean that you don't have skills that you can re-enter the job market with. Of course, so if you're ready to get your cover letter done, if you're ready to get a resume done, that's the very least. Those are the two basic marketing skills you need to be able to get back in the job market. A solid resume or resumes and a cover letter in the event that that particular employer requires a cover letter to be able to apply for their jobs. You want to have both. And of course, I have that service available at mentorshirley.com/resumes. I can work on that with you one on one to make sure that you have what you need to be able to get back out there in the job market and have the proper tools to do so. Your resume is your marketing tool. It's going to sell your skills. Make sure you're communicating what those skills are on that resume and in that cover letter. We went over some of those examples in this video. And of course, guys, if you have additional questions in regards to that, or if you're just looking for templates on how to get that done, you can look on the same page at mentorshirley.com/resumes to get the free resume templates. You can go ahead and use those templates if you want to take care of that resume on your own right away. But if you want me to work with you one on one to get that resume just right, to be able to sell your skills to an employer for a fee, of course, because we're enriching our personal economy, then you can work with me directly and go to mentorshirley.com/resumes. At the end of the day, you have to be able to communicate your value, even if it wasn't in a formal job setting. When you were caretaking, when you were doing all of your homemaking skills, those skills are coming in handy that you can put on your resume and put on your cover letter. All right, guys, this is Mentor Shirley wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally as you use the experience being a homemaker, being a caregiver to be able to get back in the job market. All right, guys, take care. You have a good one. Bye.